Hello and welcome. Shut up, Jerry. Smack Talk with Eli and Jerry is presented by GoldBoys.com and Sleeper Picks. I'm Eli. That's Jerry. What's up, buddy?
You knew I was
Dude,
going to come for the intro,
okay.
right?
Okay, I thought I couldn't hear you, but it's just a little delay. I think it'll catch up. Yeah. It's like I don't think about it until I'm already saying it, and it's like whatever. I also don't know what else to say. Also, I don't love the glare. We're getting off the glasses, so we're gonna take those off.
Did I leave and come back? This delay's obnoxious.
No, it'll catch up, and James can mess with the whatever the delay a little bit. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I mean, unless you really want to, I can't see. I can't even see my computer. Gotta put these back on. You guys got to deal with the reflection. It just is what it is. Still put my contacts back in. Um, quite a bit of basketball tonight. I think basically the way that the scheduling worked out, every team that didn't participate in the quarterfinals, at least of the end season tournament, is playing tonight. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 games, 22 teams, so 8. Yeah. Everybody that was not part of the quarterfinals for the end season tournament or didn't make it out of the groups is playing tonight, which is cool. There are some games that are going to suck, but first, I think we should catch a little bit up on these winter meetings. I don't know if you saw anything. It looks like it's not done 100%, but it's looking like Passan just said everyone expects the Juan Soto trade to go through and for Juan Soto to be a New York Yankee, which is interesting. Definitely could be a Carlos Correa type deal, where someone comes up in the medicals because it's not finalized. But thoughts on that? Juan Soto coming to New York, and it ain't the Mets, Jerry.
You know what? You guys got fleeced. You gave up a whole bunch of people for a rental, a literal rental. Michael King's going to be a superstar over there in San Diego. I think you know it. Brito's going to come out and be fantastic. There's going to be it's going to be a travesty for Yankees fans. Soto's probably going to hit 240. He'll have a few good games and he'll get a decent contract and then he'll be a bust for the rest of his career like the rest of the Yankees.
Okay.
I'm sick to my stomach, Eli. I'm not
Okay.
happy.
Let me address two things. One, real quick, who it's reported they're giving up. Michael King, that loss does suck. That was he was really supposed to be kind of a key, almost like a fill-in to the starting rotation that was supposed to be on paper last season, like one of the best in history, and ended up being terrible. That does suck. I think he only has 1 year of control left, so it's kind of like a rental for a rental. Brito and Vasquez both saw a lot of major league innings. I think they're kind of middle of the rotation or bullpen arms long term. You could be absolutely correct, and they get away from Yankee Stadium, and then all of a sudden they're all stars and getting Cy Young votes. You could be right, but yeah. So those two guys, I'm not too concerned about losing. And then Thorpe might be, he's kind of the prospect that a lot of people are really high on. That could hurt a lot. The biggest thing they're losing is depth. There's no starting pitching depth at all. Like literally, you have I think there are 5 guys technically on the roster as starting pitching. When somebody goes down, that like there has to be, if it's Yamamoto, whatever, there has to be multiple starters added to the Yankees rotation. Secondly, Juan Soto's had 1 year in his career under a 400 on base percentage, and I think that year was a 398. So I'm not really concerned about him not being good, because I think you have I would put him as a top 3 left-handed bat in baseball, very, very easily, and now you're giving him a short porch for half his games. And then Jerry Easton said, "Yo, can we please stop Jerry?" Also, I think he's talking about the Soto thing, but just addressing the 2 points you made. What else happened? Yamamoto is meeting with the Yankees Monday. Apparently, they did just get on a plane. Cashman and Boone got on a plane, and the deal's not finalized. But it's basically done pending Carlos Correa injury thing, basically. But go ahead, sorry.
Everybody fucked up, and Steve Cohen was 10 steps ahead because he already got his meeting done. I don't know if you heard. Last week, he flew out with the new Mets GM, David Stearns, flew out to Japan, met his family, met friends, dined with him. They already wined and dined and 69'd. And you know what? That deal's all but set. He's going to come here, show face, see a couple teams. He's going to be a Met. That's what it's going to be. They didn't give a shit about Juan Soto. And you know what? The Mets and Yankees are kind of doing this thing where they're almost like not collaborating with each other, but they're not stepping on each other's toes. And I get that vibe from this front office, Steve Cohen, and what the Yankees are doing right now. Like I joke around. I do hate the Yankees to an extent, not as much as I did used to when I was growing up. But you kind of get the vibe like Juan Soto was the Yankees guy, and the Mets really like just backed off early on. That was like they weren't going to step on their toes. So looks like Yamamoto obviously is high on everybody's list, but I think this is the Mets catch that they're going to get, and they're going to sign him probably by the weekend.
I did hear somebody said that he's not gonna sign until after Shohei signs, which is something we should talk about real quick too. But if you haven't heard much about Yamamoto, a lot of people think the Yankees are the front runner. Nobody actually has a clue. It's just the way it is. It could be the Mets, could be the Yankees. I think the Red Sox definitely in play. Cubs, I think, are in play. There's a lot of teams still in play for Yamamoto. Real quick, a lot of the really good pitchers in baseball have like one elite pitch. This guy's got like four. He has a fastball that's being compared to like Kevin Gossman level fastball, both movement and velocity. I think velocity is a touchdown. He has like Corbin Burns' cutter, a curveball that's being compared to Clayton Kershaw's curveball. And his best pitch is his splitter, who it's been being compared to Otani's splitter. And all that is coming from a way different arm angle because he's very short. So I think he's going to get Cy Young votes next year, no matter where he goes. He's only 25 years old, which is another interesting thing. Most of the time, these guys coming over from Japan, because of like the posting situation, ever they're usually a little bit older than that. So you're getting a 25-year-old pitcher with, I mean, elite pitches, and like the
He's
tunneling and the pitch mix and the way that he can get guys out, like led the league in, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but very low walks, very low home runs. I think like gave up 2 or 3 home runs last year in the Japanese league, which is, the offense is a little different there and here. He's going to give up more than 2 home runs this year, wherever he is. But I mean, this guy is on paper and on film. The question is, better the career than Tanaka. That's absolutely in play. That is 100% in play. We'll see what happens, but this
he's gonna
guy
get
should be
200
elite.
million.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of money.
He's
He's
gonna
going to
get
get a
over
lot of
200
money, and he
million.
should. He
The only
should get a lot of money.
concern is he's almost they're considering him basically like a Clayton Kershaw of Japan, because he's been lights out in the regular season. He's actually got hit pretty hard in the playoffs. So I don't know how that's going to translate over. If there's some kind of mental thing to it where he actually just happened to struggle in the playoffs, or he was struggling because of his nerves, or what it was. But I just wonder if that's going to be a problem, over in the States.
Yeah, and we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this guy, like I said, on paper and on film, and there's only Statcast data from when he pitched in the World Baseball Classic. But like I said, take Gossman's fastball with Clayton Kershaw's curveball and Corbin Burns' cutter and Shohei Ohtani's sinker, like four of the top, however many arms you want to say in MLB, and their best pitches. This is very close to that, and again, coming from a different arm angle because of how short he is. So yeah, should be the real deal. Should be the real deal. What else
Ohtani
has
to the Blue
happened?
Jays? I don't think
What's that?
so.
It wouldn't
I,
shock me.
I think it's a 3-team race. I think it's
I still think it's Dodgers, but
I think it's Angels, Dodgers, and Giants.
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna break.
Cubs were told they were out, right? I think Cubs were told they were out.
I don't think anybody's been told they've been out. I think people just been backing out.
I thought I saw the Cubs are assumed out, is what I saw, which, whatever. Oh, Alex Verdugo also to the Yankees. I've made my
Your
feelings
best
about,
friend.
yeah, I've made my feelings about Alex Verdugo public. Not a fan of that move from just a human being standpoint. It's all allegations, so I could be way wrong. I don't want to harp on that too much, but I mean, I also don't want to spend this whole show talking about the Yankees. But Verdugo, Judge, Soto is that's pretty tough, man. That is pretty tough. What else happened? What else happened in baseball?
Um,
Orioles got
Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, Orioles got Kimbrel. Looking like Corbin Burns is probably going to get moved. I don't know where he ends up. Um, I think Otani goes to the Dodgers. Yankees are seen as one of the top candidates to sign Yamamoto along with the Red Sox, Giants, Dodgers, and Cubs. So Mets not even mentioned in that tweet from John Morosi, which is a little interesting.
For Yamamoto?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just found out that the Mets went to see him before he came to the
Mm.
States.
These guys who make their living reporting on baseball didn't know that.
It literally just came out like 45 minutes ago.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
thought I saw that.
they kept it a secret. No, nobody knew about it. It was a big story. Like maybe a little one, maybe like about an hour ago it came out.
What do you make of like how secretive Otani is trying to keep things? Like it's just kind of like in the social media age, like everything is public. I just think it's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
I heard, I don't know. I'm not gonna assume, but I heard it's something to do with Japanese beliefs and privacy and stuff, something along those lines. So I don't really give a shit. He said apparently he's making his decision before the end of the weekend. So
Yeah.
it'll all come to an end, but we don't really need to know who, like, I know we like gossip and everything like that, but you know what? Who gives a shit? He said he's going to make his decision by the end of the weekend. Do your little rounds and visits, let everybody speculate. I don't think it has anything to do with attention or anything like that. If that's the type of person he is, he made it clear from the beginning. He just wants privacy.
Yeah. I still think it's, man, if he goes back to the Angels, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
He's going to go to the team that gives him the most flexibility with his schedule.
But I think he also wants to win, man. You know, like he also wants to win. Eli, your beard is looking nice, man. That beard club kit doing you right. I will say two things. It looks way, way better on a webcam than it does in person. It does. I was kind of noticing. I was like, wow, like my beard actually looks pretty solid on the webcam. It doesn't look this good. And also, hesitant to give too much love to the beard club because I have asked them multiple times publicly to sponsor me in the show, and they haven't even responded to me. But I'm still a customer. What I'll say. That's what I'll say.
It's pubic hair. You did the pubic hair thing, didn't you? You glued the pubic
Yamamoto
hair like
to
I told
the
you to.
Phillies. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I don't think so. It was public that Cohen went to Japan to meet with Yamamoto 6 hours ago.
6? I saw the story like 2 hours ago.
Easton, no kidding. Last 2-3 days, refresh Twitter every 30 seconds. I would trust it. I don't know. I didn't see it. I still haven't seen it, but I would trust that.
He's related to you. I don't believe him.
Anything else we want to talk about baseball wise?
No, I want to get into basketball because now we only have fucking 45 minutes to 11 games.
That's okay. A lot of these games suck. I think they're gonna be full passes. Let's talk about the Magic in Cleveland. Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner both looking like they're gonna at least get some All-Star votes. I think they realistically at this pace could end up on that team, maybe. Which I don't know when the last time the Magic had 2 representatives in the All-Star game, but that would be wild. Cavaliers, I think, kind of been what we expected so far. I do have a play in this game, but I'll kick it off to you first, my buddy.
So, in true degenerate fashion, I put together a 6-legger for the 7 p.m. slate. That includes the 7:40 games because I said I want to do something crazy to start the show. So I looked at the first 6 games. I said 6. Give me a prop from each, and we'll get the ball started. We'll know by 10 o'clock if we hit this or not. We'll probably know by 8 o'clock if someone gets ejected or something. Whatever. Anyways, the first leg that I wanted to start off with, I was looking at this game. Have you seen Franz Wagner's game log lately for his rebounds? Something changed, and some things change. We don't know what goes on in practice. We don't know what the coaches are telling them. We don't know what they're preaching to them. They'll take a player to the side. They'll say, you need to do this better. We saw it with Keegan Murray last year where they said, we want you more aggressive on these rebounds. And he wasn't rebounding much. All of a sudden, the guy started racking up 8 rebounds, double-doubles out of nowhere. I think we're getting that kind of trend with Wagner. So at his last 4 or 5 games, it's like 7 rebounds, 6, 7, and 8, or something along those lines. He's averaging 5.5 per game. Something changed it. And now he's getting a matchup versus the Cavs. I think they give up like the 3rd most rebounds to his position. I looked at it a while ago, so I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are now. But I think it's 3rd most rebounds. So for like lotto purposes, the first leg I took, was Wagner 8 rebounds at plus 310. Actually, plus 320. It went up.
I like that number. As you were talking about that, I was trying to see if I could quickly find anything. The only caveat I would throw in there, big spike last 5 games in rebounds. You're absolutely right. 8-7, 6-7, 7. There are 3 pretty soft matchups in there with Charlotte, Charlotte, and then Washington twice. Brooklyn and Boston both, rebound pretty well though. So, but yeah, 100%. I like that look, especially that big of a number for 8 rebounds. Something he's done 4 times already this season. So yeah, I don't hate that. How many
Yeah,
legs is the lotto? 7, I think is what he said.
no, 6. First 6
6.
games of the slate, and I took 1 from each. And now
Gotta
another
find
thing you
which
got to
one
look
we
at, like
miss. You're right.
this part of the season, we got an idea of the lineups that's been going on all year. We know what injuries and what not to look at those kind of especially rebounds versus position, this and that. I think we're in a good spot that you can pretty much judge the Cavs that they are giving up a lot of rebounds to small forwards this season.
They are. They are. You know, another thing, when did it start? Okay, no, I was looking at when Wendell Carter Jr. went out with injury, but there was like a week between. One thing that's been kind of consistent last couple weeks really is Darius Garland's been turning the ball over a lot. I like Garland. I like watching him play. He's fun to watch. His assists and his threes are always, I think, worth a look. But something that I did, the only book I could find in chat, let me know if you guys know of anything else. But the only place I could find alt turnovers is on PointsBet. So I have a 3-leg 6+ turnovers lottery ticket tonight. It's like $10 to win $1,700 or something like that. First leg is Darius Garland to get 6 or more turnovers. I had some notes on it, but basically, he's done that a couple times this season. Both of those times were against really, really solid defensive teams. You've heard me talk a lot on the show about how good the Magic are defensively. They're really, really solid. It's something to really focus on. I think there's a very good chance he could get 6 or more turnovers tonight, and that is plus 400 on PointsBet. I'm trying to pull up. I didn't prepare. I was just watching. I was just watching Hot Stove on MLB Network. To be honest with you, Jerry, I should have made better notes, especially. But he has I guess he had 8 against the Blazers. He's had 5 a couple times. But 6 is absolutely in play. He had 3 out of the first 4 games of the season, something like that. It looks like so. It's absolutely in play, especially for plus 400. And it feels, this lottery ticket I have really has like kind of home run lottery ticket vibe. You know what I mean? Jalen Suggs steals. If you like Garland turnovers, correlation wise, I would probably like Suggs steals a little bit too. Yeah. Pistons getting their first win in over a month tonight. Maybe that is the next game in JC. I clicked on. I used Microsoft OneNote to track all my notes to games that I haven't broken down like game by game. I opened this game. I have no notes. I don't care. You got anything on this one?
I don't know.
I do
Let's
have
see
bet
if
on
you
this game.
know by now.
Yeah.
Let's see if you know by now. Every time we do this show, and this prop hits every time, I say this. There's one position I target for threes against the Grizzlies. If they're a capable shooter.
Is it small forward?
Power forward.
Powerful. Yeah.
I've taken power forward threes at plus money for anybody that plays the Grizzlies on this show that was a capable shooter, even if they're not even high volume guys. So I'm going to go with Isaiah Stewart at plus money. At 2 threes is plus 125. I think that's solid. He's hit his last 2 matchups versus them. Volume actually spikes a little bit. And this is a guy that can give you some really good value on a day that you pick him right to get 3 threes. So for the sake of the parlay, I didn't want to go overboard. I'm already taking a risk with Wagner for 8 rebounds. I'm going to back up a little bit and take 2 threes for Isaiah Stewart.
Definitely a bit of a volume spike there for him. Coming into their game on the 27th, which was against the Wizards, he had only taken 7 or more threes once. He did take 5 or more like 3 times. The last 4 games, he's taken 7 twice against the Wizards and Lakers, and then 4 and 5 against the Knicks and the Cavs. So there's definitely Definitely a spike there. It also looks to me quickly like he takes a lot more at home. I was looking a little bit at home and road splits today, and it looks like he does shoot more threes at home. So yeah, plus money, I like it. I am also playing. I forgot I even did this. I'm taking Cade Cunningham 6 or more turnovers. You've heard me talk a lot about how I'm high on Cade Cunningham, but he's been turning over the ball a lot. Grizzlies are actually, for some reason, forcing a lot of turnovers to point guards. He's kind of a point guard. He's kind of a whatever. He's got the ball in his hands a lot. So
Primary ball handler.
yeah, primary ball handler. That's what we'll say. So yeah, 7th most, I guess, turnovers to point guards, the Grizzlies, and the 2nd most to small forwards. However you want to rate that. So I've got Cade Cunningham 6 or more turnovers at plus 425. Sorry, on PointsBet. Capable shooter, Pistons. Yeah. Capable is a little interesting, but Beef Stew can definitely hit 2 threes. I mean, saw him really work on it before the season, like in the season, the off season before last year. That's something he really wanted to look at. Primary ball handler with nobody to pass. Yo, what the hell's wrong with Jaden Ivey and JC? Also, what did you think was funny? You laughed. I asked you what you thought was funny. You didn't respond. But yeah, I got Cade Cunningham 6 turnovers. Also, a little bit of the mindset here. I should have talked about this. Sam, FIFA Brit, subscribed for 14 months. Holy shit. That's actually a lot. And that's before GoldBoys was paying you, I think, like long before. So that's cool. What's up, man? The soccer guy.
Is he British?
Yeah. Lives in New York, though. Maybe you guys should have a beer.
I'm down.
Wouldn't have beer with me when I was there, but Monty has broken Jay Navi. Yeah, well, I don't know. He went to Purdue, so whatever.
What? Didn't you want me to go to Yankee Stadium or some shit?
I wanted you to go to Yankee Stadium. I was trying to get you to come down to Hoboken, have a beer with me and my dad and my grandpa. You just basically stood me up the whole time. So it is what it is, and I got the message. I get it.
How about this? I'll make it up for you. This summer, I will do a 3-day trip to Indy. Deal?
Fun. We might be coming back to New York too. So, but yeah.
Right, if you're coming to New York, I'm not wasting the trip. So yell at me.
Thank you for the 14-month subscription. Nick, you're in the wrong chat, bud. Sorry. A little bit of my thought process here. This is a longer layoff than most of these guys are used to having in December. I have a feeling we see some sloppy basketball tonight. That could lead to bad defense and a lot of points. I think we're also going to see like a lot of just errant passes and I don't know. So that's why I have this turnover thing. If it hits though, I'm probably going to start only betting turnovers. Because I like the yeah. Basically, would rather sleep and waste 3 hours than come get free beer. That's my dad. Yeah. Pretty much what happened. We got the message.
I was sick, I think. That was something happened.
Oh, it's always something with you,
Oh, no, I had diarrhea that day.
You have diarrhea every day.
I know, but that day was really
bad. What was the final alert? Sixers will start it. Yeah, I think that's all the same. Caruso will play. Jordan Poole will play. Mark Williams is out today. Sixers, Wizards. I could be talked into playing Kyle Kuzma under points, though. You know what I mean? You could talk me into that.
I'm not going to do that.
Not going to do that?
I'm not going to talk you. I'm not going to talk. There was only one prop that I only give a shit about in this game because I really don't give a shit about this game. Because like you said, I think it's probably going to be a blowout. Embiid hasn't played in what, 8 days?
It's been a while, I think. Yeah.
So either there's an actual illness going around the Sixers locker room, which is very possible.
The entire NBA, dude.
Well, either that or they're finding a new way to finagle the rest system. But either way, he missed 2 games with illness. I've been sick before. I've had the flu. It lasts a week and you're back on your feet and you're good to go. At most, these athletes are even recover even faster. This guy is a well-rested man right now, and he has the best matchup of the season tonight. And he's watched all these tournament games and these guys going off and other guys getting thrown into the MVP conversation, and he had to sit there and watch that. Even if he plays 2.5 quarters today, I think he's going to score 40 points. I think he's just going to dominate the Wizards. Um, Embiid assists. Why would he pass?
Yeah.
Why would he pass? There's no reason for him to pass tonight. Not in this cupcake matchup. I think it's going to be Embiid domination from the start. If you want to look at assists, maybe you want to go to Maxey. Maybe you see a lot of pick and roll. They're just going to literally destroy the Wizards. I just don't see the Wizards having a chance in this game. I could
One
be
of
wrong. Maybe there's some fluky shit that happens in the league, but I for the third leg of my lotto, I took Embiid for 40 points.
Oubre off the bench, yeah. It looks like Kelly Oubre is back off the bench. That's the only thing. It doesn't. I don't think it matters at all for Embiid. I think that might impact Maxey a little bit. Maybe a slight bump to his like assists and a slight, down on his points. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, but that is important. I think for the Sixers team to get Oubre back. Pistons will start Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Bogdanovich, Stewart, Duran on Wednesday. Is this Bogey's first game back? I feel like
What?
it is. Bojan Bogdanovich,
Yeah,
first game back.
he might have played last game, but if he didn't, it wasn't much. I don't remember.
Embiid averaging 37 points versus the Wizards. Yeah, so yeah. Who's gonna guard him? All right. Next game is the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors. I'll go first because I know I'm not stealing a play from you here. And I'll be honest, I'm not proud of this play. And, maybe detrimental to the integrity of the show, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to support it fully. I am playing Jimmy Butler under 25.5 points straight, playing Jimmy Butler under 5.5 rebounds straight, and then I parlayed them together at like plus 200 or something.
Okay.
Well, you have a thought there before I get into the numbers?
I thought you were gonna say assist too, and I was gonna say don't do that.
Nope. So I actually thought about throwing over assists in, as well as over threes. Like I said, I was looking really deep into home and road splits today. He has the second highest discrepancy home and road in basketball, behind only Clarkson. At home, he scores 27.4 points per game. Do you have any guess what his average is on the road?
I'm gonna say 16.5.
18.5. Huge. That's over 9 points difference at home and road. Rebound, same thing. 7.4 average at home, 3.8 on the road. Those are just like, I hate really like looking at like, I don't know. You see people harp on things like home road splits or reverse position, like all of that. And I think it always comes down to, yeah, that matters, but how much does it matter when the discrepancy is this big? Like I think there's definitely something here, whether it's just like an effort thing or he gets, more energy from the crowd at home, whatever it is. Over the course of this entire season, and I think going back to last season too, he's just been a different player at home than he has been on the road. We're seeing this points line at 25.5 because he went over 30, I think, in like 2 or 3 games straight. The last 2 games were against the Pacers. You guys know how I feel about the Pacers. Those games don't count. They don't play defense. They get up and down the floor. If anybody quotes like a game, a history, this guy just scored 30 against the Pacers, like it doesn't matter. Don't take that into account at all. The most points he has scored in Toronto since joining the Heat is 22. Last 10 games total in Toronto, he's only gone over 25.5 3 times. He's only gone over the 5.5 rebounds 4 times. And then looks like Bam is I think Bam is out, right? Last 10 games without Bam Adebayo, he's only gone over 25.5 3 times. You also hear me say, never tell me the hit rates. I talk about that. I say that when I just see people like, oh, he's hit this in the last 5 of 6 games. That I hate. But when we can break down splits like this, and there's so many examples of under has hit this many times. You also look at this Toronto defense. Their offense has been questionable all year. They've kind of been looking for answers, scoring the basketball. OG Anunoby is going to be covering Jimmy Butler the majority of this game, and he is one of the better on-ball defenders you're going to see in the NBA. I also think Jimmy was going to guard a lot of Scotty Barnes, who's on the other side. And Scotty's been playing a lot more around the perimeter. Well, I think that's going to pull Jimmy away from the basket a lot. So I got under 25.5 minus 111 on FanDuel, under 5.5 rebounds minus 113 on FanDuel. Parlay both of them together at plus 210 because of all of those reasons. Again, I'm not proud of it. But thoughts on that more in this game?
No, that's a good look. Plus 210. It's not bad. Rooting against a guy is. I'm starting to realize rooting against people is kind of fun.
Yeah, and I've hit some nice parlays. NBA consistency wise on the overs, I haven't been that great this year. So I'm changing the approach a little bit. I'm going over on turnovers, going under on everything else tonight. See what happens. Again, I think we're going to see a lot of sloppy basketball tonight, just with the kind of the weird layoff that nobody's used to in December. So, hey, you got anything on this game? You're taking a shooting guard threes against the Heat. So what? You're going OG Anunoby threes?
See, that's traditionally what I do. Right. I like that you remember that. That's good. I'm going a different route. I am going with Scotty Barnes assists. And now for the lotto, this is the only leg that it was not plus money. It was minus 105. Siakam's projected to have a big night. The Heat actually give up the 5th most assists to his position. And the last time he played the Heat, can you take a guess on how many assists that he had?
24.
What the fuck, Eli? Be serious.
You always every time I ask you to guess, you always, go further than I was. I have this 9-point discrepancy, and you're an asshole, and you guessed an 11-point discrepancy home road. So I was just like, it's probably around here, but I'm just gonna say.
You caught
24.
on to that, huh?
Yeah.
You caught on to that. Okay. All right. You win that one. All right. Yeah, because I kind of take the thunder out of your sails when I do that.
Not
he had
win.
12 assists.
I feel like that's hang on. That feeling is the wind out of the sails.
I know,
thunder.
Eli. Like, just keep going.
It's stealing your thunder or taking the wind out of your sails. You're just combining metaphors.
All right. I understand. I made it up. You know what? I'm gonna make a T-shirt out of it. I'm gonna be rich.
No, I can do that. Okay, go ahead.
He had 12 assists versus the Heat last time. Siakam projected to have a big night. Scotty Barnes passing this game. It feels like a Scotty Barnes close to a triple-double night. I don't think he's going to get a triple-double, but it feels like an 8-8 kind of night. You actually kind of fucked me up with my other side because I wasn't crazy about Jimmy rebounds either. But I did do a crazy 8s parlay for fun, which is I take 8 rebounds, 8 assists from 2 guys. I took 8 rebounds, 8 assists from Scotty and Jimmy. Obviously, the rebounds are going to be real tough, but you never know. The ball bounces certain ways. That's probably the biggest long shot on that ticket, but it was plus 12,000. So, fuck it.
Dang. I thought I was going to have something really funny because I just asked my robot to design a T-shirt for me around the metaphor, taking the thunder out of your sails, and it just gave me a ship in the night, But I can work on that for you,
Just put a piece of light, like a lightning bolt, through a sail or something.
So now, that's lightning.
I know, but with lightning comes what?
The Nets are playing the Hawks. I don't have anything on this game. Mikal Bridges went off the other night, didn't he? Holy.
Your dad's making fun of me.
Yeah, my dad is making fun of you.
Oh man.
Mikal went off a couple nights ago. I don't know what to make of that. I kind of hate the Hawks team. I did look at DeJounte Murray threes for some reason. I didn't bet it just because I had a weird vibe. But yeah. Who'd assist did you take in the lotto again? Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes, 6.
6 assists. Isn't thunder just the sound lightning makes? And I'm not a meteorologist, but I think they're 2 separate things that just happen at the same time.
No, lightning is a crack. If lightning strikes that close enough for you to hear it, it is a fucking crack. Thunder's in the clouds.
Yeah, but lightning doesn't make a sound. I guess. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Arcing sound, right. Electrical. Yep. That's all it makes.
Yep. You're right. Bogey put up 22 against the Cavs. Cam Thomas averaged 26 points a game, and his line averaged 18.5. What were his minutes? Do you have anything on this game while I?
You're talking about my guy right now.
Okay.
Don't know what the starting lineup is going to be. Don't give a shit. Cam Thomas is probably going to come off the bench. looking at this lineup, he's going to get the second most minutes on his team, regardless of he starts or comes off the bench. This is a team that fucking stinks against shooting guards. He's going to get plugged into that lineup, whether it's 6 minutes into the game or it's the beginning of the game. This is a perfect matchup for him to just do one of those crazy nights. 30 points was some really, really good plus money. That was the fifth leg of that stupid lotto. I think it was like plus 430. And the last time, on the show, the last time that these teams matched up, you know who I took. You remember, right?
I'm not listening to you, but go ahead.
Last time these teams matched up, who did I take for a big game?
Mikal?
You don't remember.
It was Mikal 40, right?
Mikal Bridges. You don't remember? I said that.
Yeah. I remember now. You took Mikal 40.
Well, yeah. I said he's probably going to have the most points scored on the night. And I couldn't bet it because didn't have the option available. He ended up having 45 or something like that. Anyways, I think this is the Cam Thomas game. I think Mikal does his thing regardless. I also did I put it in? I might have put it in. I wasn't opposed to it either. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I can see this game being Bridges and Cam Thomas going for 30 each. Especially if Cam Thomas come off the bench, the minutes will stagger a bit. They'll play some together too, but it was plus 5,000 for both of them to score 30 and 3 threes each. Wait, I think that price did it go up? It went up a little bit. It's plus 52.45 now.
Sorry,
So
our boss has just been like he googled his Thunder, like he's just whatever. So I didn't listen to anything. I was reading through how apparently thunder is the sound that lightning makes, which still doesn't make sense to me. Again, I didn't go to meteorology school, but because whatever, man. Shut up, Nick.
I don't believe it.
Do we like Bane points or assists more? I feel like I would personally lean threes, but either really because it's like the Grizzlies and the Pistons are playing, and I don't want to bet on anything good to happen. He's in a little bit of a lull. I feel like he's gonna shoot like Desmond Bane might shoot like 8-9 threes tonight, maybe more. Hasn't had 2 games all season, or hasn't had 3 games in a row all season of less than 6 3-point attempts, and he's coming off of 2 games with 6 3-point attempts. Trying to read the line graph like a stock. You know what I mean? I think he might shoot
Cam Thomas 30 points earlier was plus 1,000 on points bet. Oh my god, I would have creamed my pants.
Dude, when everybody was making so much money on Cam Thomas last year, like when he started going off like how many games in a row, 30 plus, I think I just bet the last one, and then I tried to do it again like 3-4 more times just because I just can't get Cam Thomas right. I just can't. Jerry, he doesn't care. Who doesn't care about what?
You don't care. I talk and you just fucking Google shit.
No, I was reading a text from our boss. Fully knows we're live. One, because he's our boss, and 2, because he's watching the damn show. Sending me what?
He can put it in the chat.
Hear that, Nick? Also, I've asked you 3 times now what you were laughing at. I want to know what you thought was funny earlier, but whatever. I got nothing in this game. Spurs, Timberwolves. Also, don't care about this one personally.
This is the last leg of the 6-legger. Holy shit! I feel like that took forever.
We're not even halfway through the game.
The Spurs give up the most threes to one position. Do you know what it is? Don't Google it.
Threes. Well, I have a cheat sheet, because that's like my product. Swap.com/DJ Analytics. You know what I mean? What game is this? The Spurs most threes. I don't have them. I don't have them rated top 10 in anything on my metrics. So I'm gonna guess centers. You're gonna bet Rudy Gobert threes. That's an interesting bet for you.
Power forwards.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
I've got him at 14th most. Difference from average.
14th most. All right. I don't know what kind of data sheet you're using.
Difference from average.
I don't know who to trust anymore. I have trust issues. I look at all these different data things, and everybody's telling me different things.
So what I'm telling you is, my metrics account for competition, right? So they might be allowing like the total number of threes to power forwards. It might be the number one, sounds like, but that doesn't account for competition. Like a lot of power forwards shoot a lot more threes than others. You know what I mean? Like Obi Toppin doesn't shoot that many threes. So like when the Pacers play the Spurs, that's going to bring that number down. You know what I mean? Because Obi Toppin's not going to shoot that many. But if Obi Toppin averages 1-3 a game and he makes 1-3 a game, I treat that as a neutral. You know what I mean? Makes sense?
Irregardless.
Not a word. Not a word.
Irregardless, Karl Anthony
not a word.
Towns. Karl Anthony Towns has hit 4 threes the last 2 games. He's feeling good from 3. The last time they matched up together, he took 7 threes, went 3 for 7. According to my data, the Spurs are giving up a lot of fucking threes to power forwards. So I'm going to take 3 threes at plus money to finish out this 6-leg parlay. Thank you.
I do like that. He's been shooting a lot more too. I'm not betting this game. I also don't have a bet on this next one, the Hornets and the Bulls, because the Hornets have basically nobody healthy, and the Bulls are. Well, I mean, the Bulls got to be like San Diego Padre level failure to me at this point, and this has been several years in a row of DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine just not working out, and then you have Vooch, and it's still not working out. Irregardless is not a word. IRR. Regardless is not a word. It's regardless. Irregardless is not a word. I mean, I'll Google it.
I know it's a word. You know how many times I've heard Paulie Walnut say it on The Sopranos? Why would they have a word in a TV show? I guess it is a word. That's not a word.
I guess it is a word. Oh, it is a word. It just has a completely different meaning. What you said you meant regardless.
Irregardless.
Non-standard. It means non-standard.
Then that's what I meant to say.
I don't
non-standard.
Understand. Yeah, DeRozan really sleepwalking superstar who doesn't.
Look at you. All right.
Yeah, they don't.
We're in the next game. We gotta hurry up.
Go ahead. Yep, let's go.
Look at yours. Let's see what your thing says.
Okay.
Power forwards versus the Bulls rebounds.
Power forwards versus the Bulls rebounds. I got him at 15. I got him center at 1. Center's at 1. It's a different metric, Jerry. It's a completely different metric. I also only look at starters. If the player didn't start the game, I don't count the rebounds towards this metric.
So you don't like Miles Bridges' rebounds tonight?
I don't hate it. That's something I've bet on a couple times since he's been back, and I think I've won both times I've done that. It didn't jump out at me tonight. I'll be honest, I wasn't really wasn't looking at like very many overs today, just because I feel like we're going to see a lot of sloppy basketball.
And if you think it's going to be sloppy basketball, what's the one prop rebounds. You want to target?
Turnovers.
Turnovers, okay, fine.
And rebounds. Yeah, I mean, Miles Bridges, I think rebounding there has been value there, and I kind of feel like the Bulls are like both these teams are just bad enough, but also just good enough that I think it's going to be a good game with a lot of missed shots. There should be a lot of rebounds here.
I can't believe irregardless is not a word.
It is. It apparently is a word. I was wrong.
Who's your favorite Sopranos character? It's got to be Paulie Walnuts. That guy's the man.
Never seen it.
I wish that guy was my uncle. He's so cool. Rest in peace.
DeMar just there to collect a check. I don't know. I feel like he's the mid-range king, but also like he's Greg Popovich. Some people just need Greg Popovich in their life to be good at basketball. Still the best mid-range shooter we've seen in a long time. But yeah, I feel like the effort is definitely down. So you're taking PJ Washington for a double-double?
Miles Bridges.
That's what I thought I said. That's what I meant to say. That's what I was thinking. Miles Bridges. That is actually what I was thinking, but I read PJ Washington. For a double-double, is that what you're doing?
I didn't take it yet. Don't quote
Okay.
me on anything.
Mark Williams is out, so that will be he'll probably actually see a lot of time at the 5, which I have. Again, I have the Bulls at the most rebounds allowed in difference from average to at the center position. I think you see a lot of Miles Bridges at the 5. No, let me stat muse this for you. Hang on. Miles Bridges game log without Mark Williams. I understood your question, but there were no results. That makes sense because Williams is a rookie and Bridges hasn't played them. But yeah, I think that's going to go. Yeah, there are more opportunities for rebounds across this Hornets team, and if Bridges is playing the 5, like I think he's going to a decent amount. Yeah, I like that look, Jerry. I do. Truly.
Okay, good. Keep going.
Under Rockets?
Oh.
What's that?
I don't have anything on this game yet. Do you?
I haven't bet it yet. I think I like Jalen Green points, and the only reason I'm really hesitant is because I've been wrong on Jalen Green every time I've tried to bet on this season. The home and road splits for Jalen Green are crazy. I think this is going to be a really high scoring game. Thunder, I mean, neither team is really bad defensively, but they both would rather get up and down. Like these are two teams that are happy to trade pace and shots and possessions for defensive effort. So StatMuse search engine isn't that smart. Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard thing. Listen, I have my own database of data like that on games and stuff. It's really hard. Respect to them. It's worth $20. I pay StatMuse $20. They don't even sponsor me. But yeah, I think I might bet something with Jalen Green just because of the home road splits and because of how I see this game going. I talked a little bit about Jimmy Butler and his home road splits. That's the wrong file I have open. Give me 1 second. So Jimmy Butler is second highest differential home versus road at 8.87. Jalen Green is 6th most, 6.38. I think I've only bet on him when he's been on the road. Maybe that's why I've missed every time I bet on him. He's averaging 22 at home, 15.6 on the road. He's at home tonight. Shea is okay defensively. I think that's who he gets a lot. But when I think when I looked at this, like the line, I just felt like was too high. What is this line? Jalen Green points is 20.5, or it was a couple hours ago. I was really hoping for a kind of 18, 19.5, but I think I like 20.5 or potentially even a 25 plus for Jalen Green. I haven't bet it
yet. He's my personal guy. Like you had a guy, who was it before you couldn't get right? Cam Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Green's my guy. I can't get that guy right.
I think so. That's it's been the case for me this season. I think I've only bet on him when he's been on the road. I was looking back and trying to remember. I think I've only bet on him when he's been on the road, and that's a 6.5 point drop off home versus road this season. Could be something there. I don't know. Haven't done it yet. I very well might. Jazz Mavericks. We move on to that game, or what you got?
1 second. James, did I send you that ticket? You want to throw it up before the 7 o'clock slate starts? The 6-leg, stupid, crazy lotto that's one day gonna hit.
We can throw up my turnovers parlay too after this if you want. But go ahead, read through this real quick.
Franz Wagner, 8 rebounds, long shot. Rebounds have been there. Good matchup for rebounds tonight. Joel Embiid, I think he's going to get this in the first 3 quarters and sit the fourth. Isaiah Stewart, I always go against the Grizzlies with a power forward that could shoot. Isaiah Stewart's perfect candidate. Two threes plus money. Karl Anthony Towns, good matchup for threes tonight. Been on fire lately. Cam Thomas could come off the bench tonight. I don't know what the lineup's going to be like tonight, but he's probably coming off the bench. He's still probably going to play the second most minutes on the team. Great matchup for him against the Hawks. Scotty Barnes, 6 assists. Siakam goes off, so Scotty Barnes gets at least 6 assists, maybe a triple-double tonight.
Jamal Murray, 20 plus, and I missed that, Victor. Sorry. What are his minutes going to be like? I feel like he's been since he came back, minutes have been down a little bit. Jamal Murray assists and threes early on in the season. I loved I loved that bet. Yeah, he played. He only played 22 minutes first game back. It was like a week ago, so you would hope his cardio is back up. There's no replacement for game reps, though. I'd be surprised if he plays more than 30 tonight, which gets me a little, worried. Here's my lotto: $10 to win, 1,400. It's only 3 legs. It kind of feels just like a home run ticket, Got all this baseball news. I look at this, and you don't read it, and you're like, wow, that could definitely be a home run ticket. All these guys get 6 or more turnovers, sloppy basketball, long layoff. Guys that have the ball in their hands a lot, who have done this a couple times at least this year against teams that are prone to forcing turnovers to point guards. That is Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Steph Curry, all to record 6 or more turnovers. I think you can only bet this on PointsBet. Chad, if anybody knows anywhere else where you can play all turnovers, let me know. If we hit this, we probably don't get to play all turnovers on PointsBet anymore, is what I'll say. But who knows? That's my lot. I also played all those straight. Jazz Mavs. I don't have anything here yet. Is Laurie playing? If Laurie is not playing, I might be on Fontecchio, or however the hell you say that guy's name, threes. It looks like no Laurie again. So like Fontecchio 3 threes, definitely. Might be a look for me. Hold up and potential Soto trade being finalized. Medicals are under review. Yeah, that's what we've known. Also seeing Adam Sember to the Angels. So not really a groundbreaking move there from you, Jeff Passan, but whatever, man. You got anything on this game? We're talking about the Jazz and Mavericks. I think Kyrie still game pass?
I didn't have anything for this game.
Jalen Green ruled out just now. Sick. Love that. Sochan will
No.
play off the bench. Sochan will play off the bench for the Spurs. A little interesting. Who's starting at point guard then? Vassell John. So Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Cedi Osman, Wembanyama, Collins. Starting lineup for the Spurs tonight. What's Spurs money line? Jeff Green, personal reasons, ruled out Wednesday 42 seconds ago. So I will not be betting on. Oh, wait, no, that's Jeff Green, not Jalen Green. Did you look at the Jeff Green tweet? Corbin, did you look at the Jeff Green tweet? Can you refresh and confirm that? Because Jeff Green, personal reasons, ruled out Wednesday. Have not seen anything for Jalen Green yet. Almost got me. I think it's Jeff Green that you're thinking about. Fontecchio threes. Yeah, my bad. It said Jeff Green. Yeah, it's all good, dude. So I still might bet on maybe like Jalen Green 25 points and Fontecchio like 3 or 4 threes. Might be some value there. Blazers, Warriors. I'm on Steph for 6 or more turnovers. Weirdly, I've got the Blazers forcing a lot of turnovers to the point guard position. Steph's averaging like 3.5. There's going to be some games where he gives up 6. He's done it a couple times this season already. Plus 400 worth of sprinkle. It's also in the lottery ticket we gave out earlier with Steph, Cade, and Garland all for 6 turnovers.
I just sent. I'm sorry to change the subject.
That's okay.
Fuck. I wanted to do a fucking first basket, a 3-legger, and I was gonna go with Embiid for sure, and then just pick 2 other guys and hope for the best.
You want to do it? You want to do it? We got 10 minutes. You want to do it real quick?
I just threw in a double/double / triple-double 5-leg round robin by 3 ticket that I just sent to James. James, you want to throw it up there real quick? We got 10 minutes.
Chandler, did you look at PointsBet? That's the only place I could find it. I know PointsBet does. I think it seems like they have more variation based on state by state than a lot of other books too. So it may well not be, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Use a line shopping app, and a lot of times that will tell you. Use code Eli on whatever line shopping app and see if it's available. We're not sponsored by me. Go ahead.
James, are you asleep at the wheel? Wake up.
He's probably working on it. Streamlabs broke the studio mode, so it's a little bit harder than it used to be. He also might be asleep because he hasn't responded to us yet. So hard to say. He's usually talking to us.
I'm just gonna tell you. All right.
There it is. You got it.
Oh, there we go. All right. It's a stupid long shot, but 3 legs could hit tonight. and I like the odds. So Franz Wagner,
That's what they
he
called you in high
doesn't.
school too, right? 3 legs.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, very good. You know, that's my nickname in high school, 3 legs. Actually, it was tripod.
Sure.
Franz Wagner for a double-double. He's good for a couple of year. I'm gonna use this matchup. He's trending in the right direction. That's a super long shot. Maxi, Embiid, pick and roll all day. Maxi double-double. Scotty Barnes had 12 assists versus the Heat last time. It's a good matchup for it tonight. And the rebounds, hopefully they're there, because I've been seeing a lot of fucking guys going off for 10 assists and not getting the rebounds when it's usually the other way around. Miles Bridges, we just spoke about that for a double-double, and Michael Porter Jr. double-double versus the Clippers. Done this in 2 of the last 3. We'll get to that later.
I have his. Well, that game's next. You don't have anything Blazers Warriors?
No.
Okay, that I have that written down. Porter Jr. rebounds at least. So plus 350 for double-double there is definitely interesting. Go ahead. Thomas off the bench.
$5. I want to put 3 first baskets. I didn't get to look at the data today. But I don't give a shit. I'm going Embiid.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm going Embiid. I'm going he's plus 240. Don't give a shit. Going Embiid. I'm gonna go with
Paolo.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
And the third leg, my nickname in high school, I'm gonna go with
Paolo?
Jokic.
Okay.
That's it. $5. I'm done.
I don't bet first baskets. I've looked at some data. I think there's a couple tools on my site for it. I'm just saying, Paolo Banchero scores a first basket tonight. I'm going to talk shit about it for a long time. Just so we're on the same page for that. I do have MPJ rebounds written down. I haven't bet it yet because I've been just watching, again, MLB Network pretty much all day today. But anything else on Nuggets Clippers, or you want to talk about MPJ rebounds a little bit?
So I guess maybe the data's lining up for this matchup. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you have written down?
For what? Oh, yes. My data is lining up for this.
With his position, a lot of rebounds versus his position. His rebounds are usually a sneaky play.
Actually, no. I've got him at 11th. I think home road. For some reason, he's getting a lot more rebounds on the road. I have like 4 or 5 different categories, metrics I look at, and I break them down by category. I do have MPJ rebounds written down. I forget why.
Anyways, 2 of the last 3 games versus the Clippers, he's had 10 or more rebounds. What I'm looking at is the Clippers give up a ton of rebounds to his position.
Small forward. I was thinking he was a power forward. He's a small forward. I do have them at second most.
Okay. All right. We're lining up.
Yep.
Yeah, they give up a ton of rebounds to his position, and then when you look at the matchups, it just the last 3 matchups he's hit over 10 rebounds. So.
And he goes through spikes like that again. When you watch them play, it's like their teams get so focused on blocking Jokic out that a lot of times Michael Porter Jr. just has he's probably a good rebounder, but he's getting but when he has these big rebounds games, it's because rebounds are just falling in his lap and nobody's blocking him out. Great for him. I do like that look though, and I do have that written down. Double I think is definitely in play, probably for a big plus money number. Scotty Barnes double probably is a bigger. I know you're on triple double, but like a 2-leg there would probably be a decent look. Is that the last game? We're only 6 minutes late.
Yeah, we you want to talk about Juan Soto and all this shit, but
is what it is. Shout out Sleeper Picks. Please download the app. Please use code DJ and Eli, Parlay J, or GoldBoys. If you're in Indiana, Sleeper is live in Indiana now. So I got my $100 deposit match. Lost the bet because I bet on somebody rebounds Monday and it didn't hit. But if you're a new user, you also usually get I think I got Tyrese Halliburton for over half a point at the same price as his over 25.5, whatever it was on Monday. So download the Sleeper app. Use code DJ and Eli, Parlay J, or code GoldBoys. You get a free $100 to play with. GoldBoys.com. Sign up for it. The Discord. It's just a really fun place to be. Some of the best gamblers in the world, if you ask me. All for one price in the same place, winning a whole lot of money. Jerry, do you have? You can go to wap.com/plus money. Sign up for Jerry's Discord. It's a lot cheaper. It's only like $5. $20 if you use code Eli. It's just more expensive.
It's a lot cheaper, but let me tell you something. You get what you pay for.
Because this guy sucks. No. Any closing thoughts from you, my friend?
I like way too much tonight. I like one prop from every game just stuck out at me tonight, and I fucking hate that. How much I loved like one prop from each game. It's a scary thing when you really love something. It's like, wow, this parlay looks great. So we'll see what happens.
You just have those 2 lottery tickets, right? So rewind, guys, if you want to pull those back up. I'm on real quick. You can recap them if you want, Jerry. But I'm on these straight bets, 6 or more turnovers for Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, Steph Curry. I played them all straight. I also parlayed them together. I could only find it on points bet. Some people are saying you can't. Some states you can't even play it on points bet. I don't know. I also like Jimmy Butler under 25.5 points, Jimmy Butler under 5.5 rebounds, and I same game parlayed those together for like plus 210. So a little bit lighter on the volume for me, but yeah. James? You want to get ready to screenshot so Jerry doesn't have to read these all the way through again. James, if you want to throw Jerry's up there and Jack grab a screenshot of them real quick. And then we'll get the heck out of here. There's the first one, 6-leg parlay. Might be worth a round robin by 5 because he's been missing these by 1. If you miss this by 1 leg, like, whoo.
Yeah,
I'll be very sad for you.
I did round robin by 5. I just threw it in.
If you miss one leg and it's Scotty Barnes 6 assists for minus 105, I'm gonna cry for you. I guess you round robin by 5. So
I like all these props.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it. I think I recapped this twice already. I like all these props. Cam Thomas is the biggest plus money on this ticket. If you want to drop him down to 25,
that's also potentially the leg I like the most. So
yeah.
Go the other one real quick, just so they can grab a screenshot. Similar thought process here. I think you don't have to read them all the way through again. So
yeah, same thing. We just went through it all. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We are back Friday, 6 o'clock, same channels. If you're still here, please like the video. We only have 5 likes, guys. Can we get that more before we go? Ooh, James got the little fancy subscribe animation there. Love that. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. We have been seeing, since I've been like being super annoying about this, and I haven't been that annoying on this show, but since I've been being annoying about the likes and everything, viewers have come up a little bit. Could be coincidence, but it truly does help if you can click that like button. It's free. You know what? I haven't pressed it yet on my own personal account, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Jerry's not going to press it because he's an ass. So anyway, we're back Friday, 6 o'clock. These channels, like, subscribe, sign into the Discord, follow us on Twitter, whatever you want to do. Be nice to each other. Love you. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. See you Friday.
Later.